Ricebirds rough up Bremas, clinch a playoff spot. Hi, everybody. Sports here on KULP and all that goofy talk about Carlos who, but Jeremy Pena certainly stands out right now to the Astros fans after heroics yesterday, big-time heroics. With one swing of the bat, El Campo got that energy play, though, that Coach Jacob Clay was in search of. Jack Dorotic ripped a two-run triple to break open a zip-all game in the bottom of the third inning, and El Campo kept scoring as they sent Bellville home with their first 24-4A loss, 9-4 Friday night at Legacy Fields. Bellville clinches the district title with nobody else in district able to catch them, and El Campo, now 5 up and 4 down, heads to the playoffs for the first time under Coach Jacob Clay. Wharton's chances of grabbing a playoff spot went up in smoke with that El Campo win. Also the combination, they lost to Sealy 5-3 for their 7th loss of the district season to make that moot. In front of a packed house and electric crowd on Friday night, El Campo finally got the key base knocks that has eluded them for most of the season. Both teams had serious threats in the first 2 innings. El Campo loading the bases in the second with nobody out and not able to get a run home. But in the third, Dean Painish pounced on Peyton Reynolds to open up the inning with a double. Brock Rod singled. It was runners at first and third. A fielder's choice produced the second out, but Dorotic had other ideas as the Ricebirds left fielder stepped in, looked at the first pitch, and found it to his liking.
Coach Jacob Clay likes to refer to it as an energy play. They need that big energy hit. Swung on, and there it is, in the left field base hit, and it'll get past the left fielder. Newman coming around third. They're having trouble picking it up. It's going to be 2-0. And coming to third, all the way to third, Jack Dorotic with a 2-run double. Wow, and he's going to get, or actually, the base runners are going to get mobbed as everybody comes out of the dugout. So there it is. You were looking for it.
And you were looking for it, and there it was. It was a triple, by the way, as Dorotic then scored on an Oliver Miles ground ball that was thrown away. But Dorotic wasn't finished. He helped to put a 4 spot up in the bottom of the 5th to make it a 7-0 lead. Bryce Rasmussen doubled, and after a walk, he delivered with another hit, a solid single. Miles, who had laid down a perfect bunt for a hit in the second, did it again, loading the bases. Lane Schultz then stood in and drew a clutch, bases-loaded walk. Then, putting the icing on the cake, Cam Conrad. Conrad fouled off a couple, then rifled a perfect 2-run single to top off the frame. 7-1 at that point. Miles finished 2 for 4 night when he reached all 4 times, this time beating the relay on a soft ground ball to short for a fielder's choice RBI as El Campo tacked on 2 more in the 6th. Up 9-2. The Birds withstood a small rally by the Bremas in the 7th. Painish worked the first 4, and he was Houdini. He scattered 5 hits, walked 1, struck out 4, escaping jams in the 1st and the 3rd. Brock Rod threw a strong 5th, escaped 2 straight errors in the 6th when Bellville got on the scoreboard, but he ran into some problems in the 7th. Inner, Lane Schultz with the bases loaded and nobody out, but he shut down the rally with 3 straight outs, as Bellville could only get 2 runs home. El Campo banged out 13 hits on the night. It's their best offensive output since the El Campo tournament, or maybe the Wharton district win. Speaking of Wharton, the Birds will face the Tigers tomorrow in part 2 of the River Battle. Airtime 6:50 from Tiger Field. Navasota, no problems as you might have expected Friday night with Royal, and Sealy stayed right into contention. Both those teams 6 up and 3 down going into a showdown, talking about Navasota and Sealy tomorrow night to determine who will be second place in that district. By the way, if Sealy loses that game, it might come down to a coin flip for 3rd place, or maybe just everybody stays where they are. But, of course, if Sealy wins, Navasota has already clinched 3rd place, 2nd or 3rd place by virtue of any tiebreakers by sweeping the Ricebirds during the course of the year. So airtime 6:50 tomorrow night. They need to get those good hamburgers back at Tiger Field, don't they? Elsewhere in the world of baseball, man, oh man, what can you say? As a lot of people